in that, although two sprains, Carson Wentz is the most electrifying roller coaster of a football player I've ever seen in my life. Reckless, and he's out there. Sprained both of his ankles on one play. And Carson Wentz actually was interviewed on a weekly segment, I believe that's going to happen throughout the entire season, called Wentz Day, by a local news station, Wish TV. Anthony Calhoun, legend of a man, has been the sports person for Wish TV forever. He was the first person to put me on TV.
No kidding.
Yeah, Anthony Calhoun.
Shout out.
He's now doing Wednesdays every Wednesday night with Carson Wentz. Just a local station here, by the way, Wish TV, which is awesome. This is what Wentz had to say about his style of play.
It's a constant fight within myself of just finding that right balance of knowing when to be aggressive, when to slide, protect myself, when to dive, get down, all of those things. And, I mean, after every Sunday night when I'm watching the game, film at home, there's always one or two that I'm like, hey, that was great, and there's always one that's like, okay, that could be better. So it's always an internal battle, something that I'm always trying to learn, because at the end of the day, I want to be available. I want to be out there every play, every week, and so I got to look at myself in the mirror and look very thoroughly to see how can I be better so that I can be available.
Okay, and they showed a video in that package. If you're just listening on Sirius XM, he was walking off the field with two sprained ankles after last week's game.
Pretty gingerly, but
he was, but his face just looked like it was just another day at the office. And this is something that I'll say about Carson Wentz. He's a tough son of a bitch.
That's right.
Okay, he sprained both of his ankles, and a minute later, 2 minutes later, was trying to get back on the field after they taped one of his ankles. He didn't even know his other ankle was sprained at the moment, because all he wanted to do was play football.
That's right.
That's all Carson Wentz wanted to do. Okay, so like that is, we have the utmost respect. But watching him here now for the first two games as the Colts quarterback, as the guy that we have invested in, and this team last year was very good, didn't lose a lot of pieces. Justin Houston, I guess, could potentially be a massive part of this thing, and it seems like secondary's got a little thing cooking. Right, they'll figure this team is ready to go. So the quarterback that was brought in, right, when Matthew Stafford was allegedly interested in becoming an Indianapolis Colt, he was actually looking at homes in Indianapolis. Matthew Stafford was probably going to be my fucking neighbor in his mind. He was coming to Indianapolis, and the Los Angeles Rams traded 3 first-rounders. He goes there. All of a sudden, the Colts are out of the market now, so it's nice to hear that we were actually in the real running with Matthew Stafford, and Matthew Stafford really wanted to come here before the Cabo Hotel.
Was that tampering?
Tampering situation.
Feels like it.
Tampering?
So if the Rams win this year, just know that's actually a Colts Super Bowl. That's actually a Colts Super Bowl, because Cabo Hotels.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we end up getting Carson Wentz. Watching him here for the first 2 weeks, it's a roller coaster. He's a wild animal. 2 sprains gives no fucks about his body at all. Every single play. No play left behind. He's damn near, he is reckless whenever he's playing football. And I don't know how the Philadelphia Eagles fans were able to do it for all those years, because it's awesome. It's riveting. It's amazing. He makes some incredible plays. But then it's always like, oh, this guy's going to die out here. This guy's trying to die out here. Carson Wentz is not the only one like that. Christian McCaffrey explodes into contact. He is an animal. So explosive, so athletic, so dynamic, so must-see TV. But also on the other side of that, I watch him and I think to myself, how does that guy survive? His body, although it was created by generations of Olympians, and also his dad in the NFL, obviously, but I think his wife's family is even more athletic. I think grandpa, aunt, mom, everybody's like Olympic athlete. So although his body was potentially pieced together by the most athletic humans out there, and he is an incredible freak athlete, at some point it's still a human body. And some of these hits that he takes, and some of I don't want to say it's not reckless, because everything he does is cerebral. He's got great vision. I understand that. But he'll hit a hole going 400 miles an hour, which is a gift, because he breaks free. He goes untouched a lot. I mean, he is awesome to watch. But there's some massive collisions. And some of those collisions can get, obviously, with a pile and everything. You just have to worry about his health, especially coming after last year. But he and Carson Wentz were the two people at the beginning of the season. I was like, hey, and Joey Burrow, I guess we also threw in there. I was like, hey, these guys got to watch themselves. And here we are 2 weeks into the season. Carson Wentz has had a broken foot, and he has 2 sprained ankles. Christian McCaffrey seems to be incredibly healthy on a short week. That burst that he has might blow by everybody. But when you watch him, think to yourself, how does that human body handle what it is taking over and over and over and over again for 17 weeks? And if he's able to do it, this goddamn guy might be a superhero. And that's why I'm betting on him to score in the first half, and I'm betting on him to score in the second half, because I love it.